Hello, 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 and welcome to the High Altitude Investing live stream. Today is the 15th of February, 2025, and we're going to get started here doing some technical analysis on crypto. Welcome, everybody. Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. It's not Friday today. Saturday. Almost said Friday. Share the link here on X and in the Discord, and we'll get started on today's live stream. Welcome, everybody. What's up? Good to see you guys tuning in. Mike Collins. Greetings, my brother. Let's go. Greetings. It's good to see you. We are definitely not going to talk about Ethereum first, even though it really is pretty bullish. But I actually pulled this chart up to pull up Bitcoin. So we're going to talk about Bitcoin first and foremost. Delete the volume moving average. Okay. So, for those who have, that sounded crazy. For those who have been under a rock, you guys probably don't know that Bitcoin is in a massive uptrend. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to see it. It takes really a 2-year-old, actually. In fact, most of the time you'll find geniuses that look at this chart and then they think they're so smart that they try to call a top on this. So sometimes it takes a child to just see it as it is, right? To see the market for what it is. Bitcoin is in a massive uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows. This uptrend has been going on since its inception. Yeah, there's been bear markets, but every bear market was a higher low, and Bitcoin is in a massive uptrend. Now, I know a lot of you guys want to try to fight this trend and try to, sell all your crypto right now or try to short the markets, and you're trying to fight this trend. And what I would just tell you guys is to be very, very careful doing that. If you're swing trading in like really small time frames, I don't have any problem shorting in bull markets, but never short in bull markets in the big picture. You're just asking for massive losses in your portfolio doing that. Always, 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 always stay long and buy dips in bull markets. Don't try to short. If you're shorting swing trades, whatever, small time frames, that's its own thing. But to try to fight this trend, I mean, look at this. This is the Brave Liquid Index on the right, okay? This is Bitcoin from its inception at 1 penny. To try to fight this uptrend is like, imagine, it's just the dumbest thing ever. I don't even have to use any examples or metaphors. It's just the dumbest thing ever to try to fight this uptrend. You would have to actually be like somewhat stupid to try to fight this, or completely ignorant of the way trading and investing works. The trend is your friend. That's like one of the very first rules that you learn in markets. And buying all dips is how you become somebody like Warren Buffett or, your favorite investor that got rich on the markets. So, with that being said, don't fight this trend, okay? Buy all dips. Small, big, little, every dip that you can for Bitcoin, because it's going to go higher. 97K per Bitcoin is not where this stops. The probability of that is like maybe 0.000001% that it just stops at this exact point, and that might be stretching a little bit, maybe too many zeros there. We'll be fair to the bears and say 0.001%. But that's literally the probability that this is the top of the entire Bitcoin bull market right here. And yet people are still just being stupid because they don't understand technical analysis, right? What's up, everybody? Operations Shutdown. Good to see you, my friend. Paul to be. Hey, Dallin, how are you doing, mate? I am doing wonderful on this beautiful day. Thank you. Papa Panda. Hey, bro, I'm okay with the market staying down for a little bit. Bye. Yeah, I've been buying too, Papa Panda. It's a good time to be buying crypto. Peace, unity, love, and having fun. What a cool username. I love your username, by the way. Hi, brother. Love the channel. I'm living in Large Bonnie, Scotland. Well, greetings, my friend from America. I hope you're enjoying it out there in Scotland. I know that you guys have some pretty cool stuff out there. Telcoin is up 42%. I know. I've been trying to tell you guys to buy that coin for like months now. And look at that thing, you know? And yes, I've been bullish on it down here, but we did have a positive catalyst with, you know, regulation approvals and stuff. But we were bearish or bullish based on the market cycle down here. You know, we were bullish on Telcoin really early on based on the market cycle. In fact, in my mastermind group, we started accumulating it over here in 2022. You know, in this ABC correction. So I've been planning for this thing to moon for like 4 years or 3 years now. So, you know, this is just another day, just a walk in the park. Just another day, baby. Shalom, my brother. The best is yet to come. Amen, Abe. Shalom. Then don't forget the guitar before we go. At the end of the stream, I'll be happy to play guitar for you guys if you want me to. But we better do a bunch of analysis first. Big Poppy, what's up, man? It's good to see you. Shak Kumar. Hi, Dallin. Joining live after a long time. Market has not been kind. Yeah, it's been a little brutal the past little while, hasn't it? So, light clothes. Rashim, what's up, my brother? As you start to walk on the way appears. That's true. Hyper-focused on Constellation, DAG, and XPR. I've been hearing a lot more about XPR lately. This coin is becoming big, like really big. I had no idea that it had such a profound community, and apparently there's some pretty cool technology behind it as well. Doge looks like a reversal is coming. Jfish, I would have to completely agree that Dogecoin is going to do a reversal here. In fact, I think it's going to do a pretty big one. But yeah, Telcoin is really just getting started for my Telcoin holders, for the people that have listened to my videos that I've been making about Telcoin all through this whole period here. You guys are way up in profit right now. You know, we're making money on this thing, and it's going to go a lot higher. I wouldn't be surprised if we test wave B up here before this parabolic run is over in the short term. You know, I'm talking about like a healthy correction like that after we hit wave B. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go even higher after that, but that wave B would be the first kind of major area of resistance that I'd be paying attention to for Telcoin. And that wave B is about 3 cents. Would love to hear your thoughts on Bell's coin. So actually what's interesting is Bell's coin is one that we've done a little bit together, if I remember right, on a previous analysis on my live streams. I think you've had me do some analysis on this one in the past, and to be honest with you, I think this is the right one, Bell's coin. I hope this is. I forgot. I remember there being something about them being 2 of them. But there is a lot of bullish divergence on this, so if this is the right one, the ticker is Bell, let me know in the live stream. I'll go check in just a second But yeah, this one has a lot of bullish divergence. You can see on the 6 hour, we've had bullish divergence since December of last year. So it's been continuously trending down, but we have higher lows on the MACD, which is actually a buy signal. And this is one of the ways that I've been able to make a lot of money in crypto, is to identify these bullish and bearish divergence events. Hi, Dallin. When do you expect alt season? Can you explain when altcoin season occurs? So, altcoin season happens every cycle. I expect altcoin season really soon. A lot of the dollar pairs are ready to really break out for the altcoins. And a lot of the Bitcoin pairs are also ready to just completely break out and take off. So for me personally, I think altcoin season will be sooner rather than later because of the Bitcoin pairs. One of the best ways to identify when altcoin season is coming is to look at those Bitcoin pairs and watch for bullish divergence, watch for extremely oversold conditions, watch for people just panic selling their altcoins for Bitcoin on these altcoin pairs. And those are really the good times to switch your Bitcoin for altcoins, is when you're really oversold on these altcoin pairs. Like right now, for example, Ethereum has this really lower trend line right here. 1, 2, tested it 3 times. This is on the Bitcoin pair. You can see just how oversold Ethereum is versus Bitcoin. Now, every cycle, you can see here in 2021 and here in 2017 and the beginning of 2017, there's always an altcoin season. And this has been accumulating for a really long time, by the way, if you guys, aren't aware. Ethereum, with as much FUD and hate and all the stuff about Ethereum right now, everybody hates it when they all loved it when the ETF got approved, right? The futures got approved. They're like, Ethereum futures got approved. It's going to skyrocket, you guys. Ethereum's so cool. And then it just straight dumped the entire time after that. It pumped again after it found support, but then it came right back down, right? So it's funny how everybody gets excited about something when they think it's going to go up because of bullish news. And then now that it's not cool to like Ethereum, everybody's bearish on it. And they're all like, Ethereum's the dumbest coin ever. And don't get me wrong, I like other coins more than Ethereum personally too. I'm not like an ETH guy. I'm not. I've never been, and I probably never will be. I do think Ethereum's cool. But the fact of the matter is this thing is stupid oversold. And you'd have to be completely ignorant of the way markets work to sell your Bitcoin or to sell your Ethereum for Bitcoin here. What the big players are doing is they're selling their Bitcoin for Ethereum. So when does altcoin season start? Watch those Bitcoin pairs when they're very oversold, when they're testing support, buy. That's what you should be paying attention to, is looking at those Bitcoin pairs. That's how you're going to play this market correctly, is looking at those Bitcoin pairs and looking for reversals for altcoin season. See? If we go to XRP, BTC, not USDT. Look at XRP versus Bitcoin. Look how oversold XRP is versus Bitcoin. People that are selling their XRP for Bitcoin right here don't understand markets. They don't know what it looks like when something's oversold. They don't know what it looks like when something has bullish divergence over multiple years. Like we see here with XRP, you can see bullish divergence over the period of 5 years of bullish divergence here. And so they're selling all of their altcoins for Bitcoin, and they think they're smart because Michael Saylor's up there going, Bitcoin! And trust me, I'm not a hater of Michael Saylor. I actually like the guy. I'm just not a Bitcoin maxi, personally. I'm not. And a lot of people are going to make really dumb decisions because they're going to just sell all their altcoins for Bitcoin right before altcoin season starts because it's cool to be a Bitcoin maxi right now. But it won't be once all the altcoins start doing better percentage gains than Bitcoin does, right? Okay, Wrapped Diggity Dog. Let's do it. I love Wrapped Dog. I actually called a bottom on Wrapped Dog just the other day, and I'm holding true to that. You're not supposed to call bottoms on markets, but I did it anyways. I've done it a few different times because I just don't care about rules sometimes. If I see something that's true, I'm going to say it. So, yeah, Wrapped Dog, this thing is going to take off like crazy. If you want to talk about bullish divergence, look on the daily here. We've had bullish divergence on Wrapped Dog since October or November of last year, since November. So this thing has just been accumulating and preparing and building momentum and pressure. Even though it's going down, it's still building bullish momentum and pressure. And when this thing turns around, which I think could be right now, I honestly did call a bottom on my X account just the other day. It's going to go like this. It's going to turn around and go completely vertical. And I know because I've seen these ABC corrections like by now, probably in the big picture, I've seen these big picture ABC corrections by now like hundreds of times. So I know what it looks like when people are selling all of their crypto, or they should be buying, and they're making the wrong decisions. I know what that looks like. I've seen it a lot. And Wrapped Dog right now is a spitting image of Bitcoin in 2015 when I first got into it. So for me, I'm like, you guys, buying Wrapped Dog, I bought Bitcoin, my first Bitcoin in 2015 at around $180. There was this huge panic day, and I just so happened to be listening to a podcast that talked about Bitcoin, and I bought my first Bitcoin at like just around $200. It was like there was a big panic wick in it, and it doesn't really show here on Bitstamp, but Bitfinex or something got hacked, and there was a big panic wick, and I bought my first Bitcoin down here in 2015. Now, Wrapped Dog today, if you never got an opportunity to invest in, for example, Bitcoin in 2015, even though it's not exactly the same, because I'm not saying Wrapped Dog is going to be like the next Bitcoin and have trillions in market cap. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that Wrapped Dog is set up to do the same type of expansion that Bitcoin did. No, it's not going to become the next big crypto that takes over the world and becomes, trillions in market cap and the number one crypto in the world, but it is set up to do the same type of expansion that Bitcoin has done. And, it could hit 100 million or billion in market cap. It's worth 1 million market cap right now. So you're talking about 100x potential on something that's worth less than a penny, fractions of a penny, 0.001. So this thing is a no-brainer to accumulate every single Wrapped Diggity Dog, as Rashim would say, as you possibly can. So that's my update on Wrapped Dog. Go Telcoin. I'm so happy that all my Telcoin people are here today. Everybody's probably getting so rich. That was a really good call. And by the way, that was so much fun to see it turn around, the market cycles, to do everything that the way the markets work, Elliott wave theory, market cycles, and all that stuff works, but man, does it feel good when it just skyrockets like you think it's going to because of everything you learned, And Telcoin is a perfect example of exactly that. Again, I've been talking about Telcoin. I've told my masterminds to buy Telcoin in 2021 and 2022, I told them to accumulate as much as they can in this ABC correction in preparation for a big reversal. So it's cool to see it turning around now. Look at Casper. All right, I'll be happy to do some Casper analysis. CSPR. Good old Casper. Okay. Oh, wow. Hey. I haven't looked at this thing since probably November. I don't think I've seen seen this whole move right here on Casper. But I was looking for something like this because of the bullish divergence on it. I was looking at this bullish divergence. People had requested that I do analysis on Casper back here when it was crashing. I don't think I've updated it since then, but I was looking at some type of a bottoming structure because of this bullish divergence. If the MACD is making higher lows like this, and the price is making lower lows, especially on the daily or the 4-hour time frame, or like the weekly, any time frame that has a big significant amount of data, it still works on 5-minute and stuff too, but it's most powerful on those higher time frames. Bullish divergence is something that you have to pay attention to. You have to pay attention to it because it is the most profound tool, one of the most powerful things I've ever learned in trading. It's so powerful. It's so underrated and so powerful. I wish I would have listened to it better when XRP was at its peak, because I looked and I saw the bearish divergence, but I couldn't bring myself to sell all my tokens. Sometimes that happens too, right? But man, bullish and bearish divergence works like perfectly. It's so powerful. Luke C, what's going on with Litecoin? So yeah, with Casper, to summarize, this is bullish divergence. We've got our first impulse based on that bullish divergence. I bet this is a double bottom forming. And I bet this will be our right side of that double bottom, and we'll turn around and break out like that and make a big rounded structure as a result of this bullish divergence and double bottom structure. Technically, the double bottom wouldn't be confirmed until you break above 2 cents, but the minimum target of the double bottom would be about, let's see what it would be. The minimum target for the double bottom would be about 4.6 cents, you know, but I think this will play out. It looks like the structure. I've seen the structure before. Litecoin, let's do Litecoin. Okay. It's a good day to be alive, you guys. It is. I think Litecoin is honestly about to do exactly what telcoin just did. And it's really cool to see these horizontal triangles forming in the market. If you don't know about the horizontal triangle pattern, today is the day that you're going to learn. Let's pull up the daily. Here we go. So here's telcoin on the right and Litecoin on the left. Now, inside of bull markets, you make higher highs and higher lows, right? So when you're making higher highs and higher lows, the market is doing an impulse wave up and an impulse wave down, an impulse wave up and an impulse wave down, an impulse wave up, and an ABC correction, right? Elliott wave theory. So the market is moving based on human impulse. People getting too excited and too fearful. So they're impulsively making decisions, emotionally making decisions, and that emotion creates these Elliott waves and these fractals and these market structures. Now, in between each bullish impulse and bearish impulse, there's what's called consolidation patterns. These can be falling wedges, right? It can be a falling wedge in that, or it can be, for example, a horizontal consolidation range, where the market's just moving inside of a horizontal range. And then it's reconsolidating and accumulating, and it breaks out. The horizontal pattern, the horizontal rectangle, it's called a rectangle pattern, is what telcoin and Litecoin both are forming, and telcoin already broke out of it. And Litecoin is really, honestly, prepared to do this exact same thing. So you can see this is a horizontal or a rectangle pattern. The way this pattern works is once you break above the resistance of the pattern, the minimum target is the height of the pattern placed at the point of breakout. That's your minimum target, which normally you go a lot higher. In fact, a lot of times you go way higher than those minimum targets show. But Litecoin, I think, is really ready to do this, ready to break out, just like telcoin. We did this a lot. You know, we bought Dogecoin in the last pump, And then we looked at all these other coins and we were like, this one looks like Dogecoin before it pumped. This one looks like Dogecoin before it pumped. We were able to get it on Theta before it pumped and a few others because we were looking at the market leaders and then finding coins that are following and buying in before they do. Telcoin is clearly leading. This is a huge, monstrous breakout on Telcoin. I think Litecoin will follow suit and head up towards $200. So that's my update on Litecoin. What a time to be alive. I couldn't agree more, Mike. It's so cool to be alive in 2025 with crypto and all the exciting stuff that we have. Litecoin chart looks crazy good. Bull flag and wedging right now. Yeah, I agree. It looks so good. I think it's going to go nuts in the short term and honestly in the big picture too, but I think in the near future, like, we're going to break out again. You know, this is what happens. You guys, the whales take your money. This is what happens when you try to, when you're trying to be too smart. Okay, the whales take your money. When people get smart and they think I'm going to sell my crypto because it might go for another low, and I've made this mistake myself, but I'm just saying, you guys, this is what happens. And you can't let the whales take your money. So when the market, when everybody's freaking out and there's news articles and FUD and all this stuff trying to convince people to sell their crypto, people they think they're smart. They're like, oh, I'm so smart. I'm going to just sell all my crypto here and buy back later because it's so clear to me that the market's going to go lower. And then the whales take your money and the market goes up 100% or 200%. And you panic sold. So that's why I tell you guys, like, that's why I get so adamant in the dips, even though I get really, really, honestly, sometimes people get kind of mad at me for being bullish. It's because I actually care about you and I want to see your success, because if you're successful, as selfish as it sounds, my business prospers. So my goal is your results, even if you don't like to hear what I have to say sometimes. So that's why I'm bullish in the dips a lot, even though a lot of times people are really mad at me for being bullish, or even sometimes I'm bearish at the tops, and sometimes I call tops and get the same reaction from people. So that's why I tell you guys, my goal is customer and viewer results. That's actually my mission statement. You know, aside from my values like honesty, integrity, and transparency and those types of things, customer results is part of my mission statement. So that's why I say things sometimes that you guys don't want to hear, even though you need to hear it. Like when everybody was panic selling 3 days ago. And I was like, you guys, don't do this, please. Bye. You know. Okay. ZBCN. I've never heard of this coin, but I would love to do some analysis. Let's check it out. ZBCN. Zebek coin. Zebek coin. Excuse me. Hey, I really like this. I already like it. Let's see here. Yeah, I like this chart a lot already. We didn't get a lower low right here, but we did have bullish divergence all right here. You can see there's bullish divergence here. It actually didn't break out when the rest of the market did in September. There was no pump. You'd think it would have pumped right here, but it just went sideways. But what's really cool, and I'll show you something that's kind of cool here so you guys can learn something new. Bitcoin in 2018, okay, here's Bitcoin in 2018. Now we're going to pull up Ethereum in 2018 on the right. And I promise I'm doing analysis on your coin. I just want to make a point to help you understand your analysis better for your coin. Now let's pull up Ethereum over here on the right, and we'll take off the log chart. It's going to look all crazy, and we'll stretch this chart out a little bit, okay? So here is Bitcoin in 2018, and here's Ethereum in 2018 as well. Now, you can see in 2019 we had a big pump on Bitcoin. You would have thought that Ethereum would have pumped really hard right here, you know? In 2019, it had just gone through a big bear market. You would have thought Ethereum would have pumped too. But it didn't. Ethereum just did this. Because altcoin season wasn't in full force, and Bitcoin is always the strongest at the start of every bull market. Bitcoin always leads the beginning of bull markets. So you can see how strong Bitcoin dominance was at the beginning of the bull market, and then how strong altcoin dominance was after that. Altcoins went nuts, so the altcoin dominance went up. So what I'm trying to show you here is, even though you would have expected ZBCN to have pumped right here in September, when everything else was pumping in September, including Dogecoin and stuff, it didn't pump. But that's not a bad thing. You can't just like automatically assume that means that ZBCN isn't going to go up and pump because it didn't pump in September. That's not a valid thing that's just, you know, it's not a valid truth. It's just what you think is true. It's not actually true. So you can see here, if I line these two charts up, right here is September and November when everything, I guess, I don't know why I was saying September. I meant November, you guys, not because it really didn't pump until November. But when everything pumped in November, you can see this coin didn't do anything, right? It just barely even did anything. But that doesn't mean that it won't. Just like how Ethereum didn't pump when Bitcoin was leading in the breakout of 2019, and it just kind of just looked dead. And then all of a sudden it became more dominant and actually did a bigger percentage gain than Bitcoin did. So that could be true for this coin. You know, it might not have pumped in November when everything else was pumping, but that doesn't mean that it can't do like what Ethereum did and gain a whole bunch of strength and momentum out of nowhere. So that would be my update on that coin for you. Tom, we already looked at Wrapped Dog. If you missed the live, oh, maybe never mind. I think you were there for it. I just saw your message. Yeah, you were probably there for me doing analysis on Wrapped Dog, so never mind that. Cool. So yeah, ZCBN looking really good here. Oh, the other thing I want to show you too with this coin real quick before we do anything, it actually looks kind of like silver when silver was bottoming out too. So if you pull up silver and pull up silver futures contracts and go to the daily, for example, and if you look at silver right here, silver did the same kind of thing. So you can see here's ZBCN on the left and here's silver on the right. And this kind of final capitulation event right here, even though silver made a little bit of a new low, there was a lot of black swan stuff happening here. We didn't really get the new low here on ZCBN, but it's the same market structure and the same attitude that the market has. This is what markets do when they're bottoming out. They look dead, they're all choppy, they go sideways, but there's consistent volume, and then they start to bottom out. You know, and they start to turn around and start a bull market. And so I think that could be coming here for ZBCN. BNB and XRP. All right. Yeah, let's do some Binance. Do you guys realize how high crypto is going to go? people don't realize, and I'm being dead serious, like people don't realize how high crypto is going to go. They think, oh man, the fun is over. I should have got in early. I should have bought Bitcoin back in the day. My friends all told me about it. You can't think like that, you guys. You got to stay focused on the future. The best is yet to come. That is so true. Like our friend said earlier in the live stream, the best is yet to come. Don't focus on the past. Focus on the opportunity that's in front of you right now to make money in these markets. Where Binance Coin is right now, it's called the first sell-off pattern. So here is BNB. Here is the S&P 500. Okay. This is called the first sell-off. Every market cycle has a first sell-off. Sometimes that first sell-off is a falling wedge. Sometimes it's a broadening wedge, like you can see here with the S&P 500. Sometimes it's just a triangle. You know, it can be a triangle like you see here. Well, I guess this is more of a falling wedge, but sometimes it can be a symmetrical triangle, you know. But every market cycle has its first sell-off before it goes into its euphoria phase of the market cycle. Binance Coin right now is in the first sell-off phase of its cycle. And I can say that with a high degree of confidence, which means BNB is really getting ready to do this. That's what it's getting ready to do. And yeah, of course, it will have a blow-off top at some point and it can't go up forever. But it really is breaking out of that first sell-off and starting this massive bull market. All of 2022 and 2021 was a first sell-off pattern for BNB. And what it's getting ready to do is head up not only over $1,000 per coin, but probably over $2,000 before it tops out. XRP. Yeah, XRP is actually the same analysis from my last analysis on XRP in my last video I made about XRP. XRP is in an expanded flat correction. Okay, it's the same thing actually. It's in wave 1 and wave 2 of the cycle. And you can see here this expanded flat correction. And we bottomed out down here. And we're starting to turn around. So honestly, what this is getting ready to do, you guys, is break out again. That's really what it's set up to do. You know, this expanded flat correction may seem like something that you have never seen before, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can learn about these corrections and sometimes even call them before they happen. But you can see here, look at that. That's an expanded flat correction on the S&P 500 here on the right. You can see what kind of a bull market came after. You guys, XRP is the same thing. It's an expanded flat correction. It's prepared for a big bull market. It has massive strength, massive volume, a lot of reasons to be bullish. I think XRP will blow you away and make you rich. I really firmly believe that. Doge, says Volks. All right, we can do some Doge analysis. Oh, man. Do the one where I don't have all my support and resistance alerts set. There we go. Doge is so easy. You guys, this thing is the easiest coin in the world to trade. It's so easy to trade Dogecoin. And this thing is going to go crazy. All right? This thing is going to break out. Look on the daily candlesticks. If you pull A, B, and C wave down like this, wave A, wave B, and wave C, you can see that we're bottoming out from an ABC correction. So instead of doing an expanded flat correction like how XRP did right here, an expanded flat, Dogecoin did a regular zigzag correction. Now, buying Dogecoin right now reminds me personally a lot of buying the Bitcoin back in 2015 again. So like I was talking about earlier, comparing Bitcoin in 2015 to Wrapped Dog, it's actually also true for Dogecoin. So when Bitcoin broke out here in 2015, right here, let's get this lined up good. Here we go. Yeah, when Bitcoin broke out here in 2015, you can see this parabolic run on Bitcoin up towards $500 and this pullback down towards $250 and then a big triangle, right? And more upside continuation. Well, honestly, you guys, this breakout on Dogecoin is very similar. We're early on in our bull market here. We're getting ready for a lot more upside. We're getting ready to blow people away in the big picture. And buying these dips is how you get rich. So buying the dip here on Dogecoin is a lot like buying this dip here when Bitcoin was first starting its cycle, after it had that vertical breakout to really confirm that the bottom was in, that we were turning around in the big picture. The people that bought the dip after that got rich on Bitcoin. You know, that they got rich after that. I mean, look at this thing. Right? It just went vertical all the way to $20,000 per coin after that. So Dogecoin can break out to a new all-time high, break above local resistance at 50 cents, break out towards a new all-time high, and go nuts, just like how Bitcoin did. That's what it could do. And that's what I see in the chart. So theta, yeah, Doge to $3, maybe by the end of the year, but I definitely think it could hit over $3 for sure. I agree, Thomas. And it could be there by the end of the year. It's possible for sure. Theta, yeah, actually, thought you'd never ask for me to do some theta analysis. Thought you'd never ask. Good old theta. So, let's see, where do I start here? Let's do the Elliott wave count. So, first of all, in the big picture here for theta, you can see that we had a full cycle. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5, right? Parabolic run, then wave A, wave B, and wave C. So there's a full Elliott wave cycle for theta in the big picture. Now, wherever the bottom of wave C ends, you're starting to count new Elliott waves, because after a bearish impulse, a bullish impulse is going to come afterwards because people are impulsive. And we make impulsive decisions sometimes, right? So you can see that we started at the bottom of this wave C, where a new cycle is supposed to start, a new bullish impulse wave is supposed to start. What happened? A new bullish impulse wave started. Now here, it's hard to see because I'm on the 10-day, but there's a 3 and a 4 here too, I promise. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here's another little Elliott wave cycle. Then our ABC down, A, B, and C. Now you can see that we broke out again. Well, at the bottom of wave C, what's supposed to happen? A bullish impulse wave. And look, a bullish impulse wave happened at the bottom of wave C. Just like how it's supposed to. You know, here's the bottom of C. Here's our bullish impulse that came after. Just like how at the bottom of this wave C, we had this bullish impulse wave that came after. So, what I think theta is currently doing is actually the subwaves. So, these are all subwaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC down. Those are all subwaves because now that we've started a new cycle, here's wave 1, and wave 2. And if you guys don't know the way Elliott wave theory principle works, Elliott wave principle, not Elliott wave theory principle. The way Elliott wave principle works is powerful. If you look at this, 5 waves up, ABC, but inside of that 5 waves up, what is there? 5 mini waves up, ABC. And then inside of those mini waves, there's 5 mini waves, ABC. So the market is constantly subdividing. There's macro waves, microwaves, macro cycles, microcycles, and all of that can be subdivided. So in between wave 1 and wave 2, you have 5 waves up and an ABC. Those are the sub waves. You know, between wave 1 and wave 2, there's 5 waves up and an ABC down. Just like how you can see in the Elliott wave example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC. So you can see the fractal subdivides. It breaks down to itself. So what we're expecting here is wave 3, right? Because we have wave 1, 2. We're starting a new bullish impulse wave, so that we have to have wave 3 coming. So what I think happened recently is wave 1 and wave 2 inside of the subwaves of wave 3. So I think theta will start to head up towards $8, $7, $8 here, and break above wave 1 because of this LA wave 3 wave and because of this 1, 2, 3, structure in the market. So the subwaves, and wave 2 is usually kind of deep. I mean, look how deep this wave 2 is, right? Woo, wave 2 comes all the way back down. So to have this wave 2 come all the way back down to support like that, very normal, very expected. But I think if this really is true, this wave 3, this subwave 3 right here, inside of our macro wave 3, will be very bullish because it's a 3 of 3. And the way Elliott wave theory works is wave 3 is most, and especially in the smaller time frames, is the most impulsive Elliott wave. Sometimes wave 5 is bigger. It's called an extended fifth wave. But wave 3 is usually very, very big and very impulsive. And so in the bigger picture, you get extended fifth waves for crypto most of the time, though. But in for this, where wave 3 is going to be the biggest wave. And because of that, we have wave 3 is going to be bigger. It's going to be bigger than wave 1. So wave 3 is already going to be big, but when you get a wave 3 of 3, then you get a very vertical price action. So what could happen over the next couple months is very, very vertical price action for theta, because it's a 3 of 3. Or wherever you see a 3 of 3, pay attention, because it's probably really bullish. We've got a subwave 3 inside of a macro wave 3. And wave 3 is a powerful Elliott wave. So a lot of times that 3 of 3 wave is very, very vertical and very, very impulsive. So I think that's what will happen here for theta over the next couple months, is a very, very vertical wave 3. Fractals. I love fractals so much, man. They're so cool. You can do so much with fractals. Fractals taught me so much about trading, and I can tell you right now that I would not have made the money that I've made in trading and investing in crypto, and none of my friends would have either, or probably most of my family, if it wasn't for fractals and cycles. So, yeah, fractals, man. Cool. All right, so yeah, that's theta. Expect a wave 3 of 3 coming soon. And yeah, in the big picture, you guys already all know that I believe theta could do a new all-time high. That's I've talked about that a lot on my channel, that I firmly believe theta could do a new all-time high in the big picture. Because really, again, I've seen these cycles. I've been here since 2015. I've watched these cycles. I know the psychology behind the cycles. I know the human emotion behind the cycles. I know what they look like. And I'm here to tell you that theta is exactly like buying Ethereum, if not even better, probably even better than buying Ethereum in 2019 and 2020, before Ethereum went crazy in 2021, you know. And let me pull up the chart so you can see instead of just listen to me talk about it. Here is Ethereum on the right, and here's theta on the left. And really, and theta honestly has even more volume too. Look at all this volume, holy cow. But yeah, theta is set up to do what Ethereum did in 2021 right here, breaking out to a new all-time high. And I really believe that's what's coming for theta in the big picture. Is to do that same thing. It's this market cycle, this expansion, this contraction is the same thing that theta did right here. It's the same exact thing. So it's super undervalued. People are panic selling theta right now, just like they were panic selling Ethereum in 2020 during the Black Swan event of COVID. And they're all saying, oh, tariffs, FUD. Tariff is the reason we can justify our stupid choice to sell. But you guys, I think it's going to do this. I think theta will go like this. And people will be blown away. And they're going to get rich if they buy now and hold. Operation shutdown. Fractals, man. Seriously, though, fractals are so cool. Is it dangerous if I'm 100% in on Rapdog? Well, I mean, what's your definition of danger, right? You honestly have my respect. So I think it's cool you're 100% in on Rapdog, man. Andreas Johansson, Solana Strategies Hodl. Honestly, that is so true, Andreas Johansson. I think I said your last name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. One of the best strategies for crypto is to hold. If you believe in crypto as an industry, if you believe in what crypto is doing, if you believe that crypto is going to change the world like I do, one of the best, simplest strategies is buy all dips and hold. It does work, and you can't do it with every altcoin because a lot of altcoins will die. But with the major names like Theta or Litecoin or Bitcoin or XRP or Solana or Ethereum, with those major names, some of those coins might fail, but the probability is very low, and it's a very effective, very simple, very low stress strategy to just buy all dips, especially in the big picture, and hold. Definitely scale out and take a portion of your profits because holding through bear markets sucks. But it's a very, very valid strategy just to hold. And if you want to take profits and you guys want to learn more about this stuff, then you just got to keep studying, keep learning, keep practicing. It takes time. It does take a little bit of mental fortitude, some dedication to learn it, but it's well worth it. And once you learn how to scale out, once you learn how to play these cycles, then you're making a lot of money in crypto and you're really happy about it. So you definitely do want to scale out a portion of your profits in those really exciting times of the bull market where people are getting really, really excited, because it sucks to hold through those bear markets. But yeah, in the big picture, crypto is going to keep growing. I think it's here to stay. It isn't going anywhere. Like the internet is here to stay, crypto isn't going anywhere. So it is a very valid strategy just to buy and hold, But yeah, and also you guys, to get one-on-one coaching, I do have a couple slots available. It takes a lot of my time to do one-on-one coaching because it's personal with you guys, face-to-face, over Zoom calls for 12 weeks. But if you want to learn how to find some of these targets and take your trading to the next level and become a professional analyst and be confident in your charting, then definitely apply for the one-on-one coaching. Link in the description box below. I'd love to have you on the team. So, yeah. BCH. Let's do some BCH. Okay. Bitcoin Cash, baby. Oops, that's BTC. There we go. So, I really started to get bullish on BCH down here. Then we pumped really hard. And I got bullish again right here, and the whole market got rejected, and we went for a slightly lower low. Come on, you guys. Like, why do you panic sell so much? But ultimately, this is on a major trend line. I know there's a lot of concerns out there because Roger Ver did get legal things that he's trying to work through. So just be aware of that. But this is on a major trend line, and I usually tend to lean towards most FUD stuff being something to ignore, although sometimes there's some validity to it. But I think BCH is still going to take off. There's a lot of accumulation by big institutions, and the chart still looks good. Watch this trend line. I think if we close above this on the monthly, I do think BCH is still going to take off, even with the legal concerns around Roger Ver and people trying to say all this stuff about him and everything, and trying to, basically harass him. And to be honest with you, I think he will win. I think he'll be okay. We'll have to see, but I think he will be okay. And I do think BCH will still be a good play this cycle. There's follow the money. Big institutions are accumulating it. They have a lot of money into it. And I don't think they're just going to let it go down. They want to make a return on their investment. And I think BCH will pump good this cycle still. So hopefully that gives some insight for you, my friend. It's a very hated coin too. I actually get a lot of hate for talking about it. There is some benefits to BCH, It's not like there's definitely some pros to using it. So but definitely people don't like me for talking about it. A lot of times my viewer count just went down by like 50% once I started talking about BCH on my live stream here. So everybody just left. But whatever, it's cool. I think it's going to pump. So all right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We're basically at an hour now. I'll play a guitar song for you. And then, yeah, we'll call it a day. But yeah, in summary of today's live stream, just keep buying crypto, keep accumulating. I'm bullish in the big picture. Again, you guys, I know I say it so many times, but don't believe the FUD, okay? Everybody's trying to convince you to sell your crypto. Everybody's being emotional and irrational, and on YouTube, nobody knows what they're talking about, and everybody's panic selling. Don't believe the FUD, okay? Just don't do it. And I promise you guys, if you keep accumulating crypto and keep holding on, you're going to make a lot of money in 2025. And that's the summary of everything I want to say in today's live stream. Okay, cool. I'm going to play one of my all-time favorite songs for you guys. It's called Disciple of Christ by Strive to Be. So I'm actually a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and this song was written by some of the younger youth groups inside of my faith, inside of some of those younger youth groups. And this song is awesome. It is so good. I love this song. So we're going to play this song for you guys. the stars burn out and the strong winds come, I will lift my eyes to the rising sun. He is the Prince of Peace. He steadies my soul. I am his hands and feet. The whole world will know I'm a disciple of Christ, and I will never leave him. He is the truth and the life. He's the strength in my weakness. I will shine till the whole world sees. You're the light that will set us free. Oh, I'm a disciple of Christ. Out of all the paths that I could take, giving him my life was the only way. He is my fire by night, the air in each breath, so I'll stand and testify again and again. I'm a disciple of Christ, and I will never leave him. He is the truth and the life. He's the strength in my weakness. I will shine till the whole world sees. He's the light that will set us free. Oh, I'm a disciple of Christ, a disciple of Christ. Oh, 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 oh. I'm a disciple of Christ, and I will never leave him. He is the truth and the life. He's the strength in my weakness. I will shine till the whole world sees. He's the light that will set us free. Oh, I'm a disciple of Christ, a disciple of Christ. There you go, you guys. One of my all-time favorite songs. I love that song. Always makes me feel so much joy listening to it, driving my car down the road or whatever. And it's such a good song. So I love you guys. I don't know if you guys heard it clearly. I hope you guys did hear it clearly. You guys want me to play Here Comes the Moon? Okay, I'll do it. I'll play Here Comes the Moon for you guys. One last song, though, okay? I appreciate the encore, by the way. Life is good, you guys. God is good and life is good. Here comes the moon. Here comes the moon. Here comes the moon, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the moon, and I say, it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold crypto winter. Little darling, it feels like years since a bull market was here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo, I mean the moon. Here comes the moon, and I say, it's alright. Little darling, the gains are returning to our portfolios. Little darling, it seems like years since I made 100x. Here comes the moon, here comes the moon, and I say, it's alright. Moon, 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 here it comes. 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 Little darling, I feel that sentiment is slowly shifting. Little darling, it seems like years since alt season was here. Here comes the moon, do-do-do-do. Here comes the moon, and I say, it's alright. It's alright. There you guys go. Here comes the moon and it's alright. Okay? I love you guys. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos and live streams. God be with you all and stay profitable out there.